Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because we are going to be doing a review of the new RMS Beauty. This is the Suncoverup Super Tint with an SPF of 50. I've been a little bit excited to try this new tint. I also will be using and reviewing the new RMS Beauty. This is the Hydra setting powder that recently launched. I picked this up in the shade Light, and then since we are using RMS Beauty complexion products, I went ahead and pulled out some of my other favorite products that we're gonna just kind of do a little full face of RMS Beauty today. So if you are interested in seeing my review of the new RMS Beauty Suncoverup Super Tint, as well as doing a little check-in at the end of the day so you can see how this wears on my more dry, mature skin, then let's go ahead and get started. I'm so excited to play with this new RMS Beauty Suncoverup Super Tint, and this is an SPF of 50, and I picked this up in the shade Ivory. Before we jump in to putting this on my face, I want to give you a little information about the product itself. So first of all, this comes in 13 flexible shades, so that kind of means that you don't have to be exact. Each shade range is going to cover like one below you, one ahead. It's going to be flexible. I love those kind of tints because I overthink my shade selections. This is silicone free. This is a 94% skincare infused formula. It has an SPF of 50 with the non-nano zinc oxide. It's going to provide you with dewy, lightweight coverage, so truly a tint, and it's going to protect you not only from the sun but also blue light. And this is $49 for 1 fluid ounce. Now today I went ahead, put on my eyeballs for the sake of time, and we're gonna go ahead, pull this out right here. This is what the bottle looks like. It is a very nice frosted bottle glass here, and go ahead, give you a little swatch. This is the shade Ivory right here. Hope that this color works for my skin tone here. And this is the shade Ivory. This is described as ivory with a slight golden base. And I picked this one because it said it was ideal for Uncover Up and the Revolve foundation in the shades 11 and 11.5, and I have one of those foundations in 11.5. I think I was kind of in between 22 and 11.5, but because again this is going to give me sheer light coverage and that these were flexible, I figured this would work. So it has a really nice kind of serum texture here, and I am going to just start by applying this with my fingertips here. This is a silicone-free, skincare-infused daily tinted moisturizer with mineral SPF 50. It has 13 sheer flexible shades. This long-wearing, skin-loving multitasker is going to hydrate your skin, protect from the sun's damaging rays, as well as defend against blue light with the non-nano zinc oxide, and provides lightweight, breathable coverage that effortlessly evens skin tone for a naturally radiant complexion. This does include a trademarked product called Glow Plex. What makes this special is it includes a trademark ingredient that they are calling Glow Plex that is supposed to smooth, firm, and brighten the skin while also hydrating and soothing the skin. Okay, here is what this looks like so far on my skin. It is definitely providing me with everything that it claims, meaning that it is hydrating. I actually have to say, I think it had more coverage than I was expecting. It was described as a sheer and dewy finish. I definitely am getting that kind of healthy glow on the skin, but I actually thought it had more coverage, or maybe I actually might have put more product on, but that's a good thing to let you know. If you want to build it up, you definitely can. And one thing that I noticed when applying it, number one, it has a really great serum texture, but I could tell that it was just kind of sinking into my skin and then leaving some of the pigmentation. Like I could just feel that it was kind of evening everything out, but that it was like a tinted moisturizer, like it was kind of absorbing all the good skincare that it's infusing into my skin. I kind of love those kind of foundations. It just feels so good. Like I feel like I'm actually doing something good for my skin while smoothing this out. But so far, I have to say, really beautiful tint here. I love the way that it feels. I love how hydrating it is. And as far as the shade, I completely think it works. When I first kind of swatched it, I thought it kind of definitely had that golden kind of yellow undertone, but now that it is on my skin, I truly feel like these are flexible. It's the kind of tint that's going to adapt to your skin tone. That's what I love about tints is, you don't have to be too precise. So I'm happy with that shade selection. And then I also went ahead and got the Hydra setting powder. The last time I did a full face of RMS Beauty, it was like the next day this launched and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to pick this up. This powder is a long wearing talc-free skincare infused loose setting powder that's available in 3 sheer soft focus shades. This is going to be a weightless formula with oil absorbing powders that's going to minimize the appearance of pores, blurs imperfections, sets the makeup, and delicately hydrates for a natural, smooth filter effect on the skin. My skin is dry and mature, so I'm not somebody who necessarily loves powder that much, but I do find that like when I use a hydrating powders such as this formula, that it just kind of makes my skin look flawless. Like it is an important last step. And what I'm gonna do, I kind of love this, it has like a little, the way it opens up here, I'm gonna take a little bit out of here. I'm actually gonna start with the little powder puff that it comes with, and we're gonna kind of do that rolling technique with the puff where you kind of roll it onto the skin. And I'm just going to kind of come down the center of the face, and then I'll come in with a light brush for the rest of the face. So that's what I like to do, is kind of use the puff where I'm going to have a little bit of breakthrough through the day here. And I ended up picking this up in the shade Light. And so far, this does feel like very silky on the skin. I'm just coming through with a little kind of brush here, and I'll just do a little bit here. I want to keep that glow going, but I'll just kind of do a light dusting on the rest of the face, and then we'll use a few other of my favorite RMS Beauty products here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on camera here, but this has this really like kind of velvety, like it literally is perfecting my skin. I didn't put very much on here, and I'm not somebody who struggles with pores per se. I have more dry, mature skin, and pores are just not my issue per se. But when I'm looking at this with the combination with that tint, when I put the powder on, I'm just feeling like it really kind of gave this very perfected look. But if you were up close to me, you would not detect any powder on my face. It would just actually kind of look a little bit perfected. So really actually loving the combo of these two products together because they feel great on the skin. They actually feel like kind of nourishing, if that makes sense. Like when I use products that I know have clean ingredients and skincare infused in here, I really can feel the difference. And even when I wash my skin off at night, that's one where I will kind of sometimes when I've been playing with certain makeup, it'll feel like I have kind of dirt, or the makeup feels a bit grimy. But when the products are more skincare infused, it doesn't feel that way. It just kind of feels like I'm rinsing off the day, but nothing that feels kind of like ugh. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on one of my favorite bronzers. This is Beachwalk Betty. I love this bronzer. These are these lovely sort of gel to powder formulations. They're so pretty, and this is what I actually have on my eyes right now. I used this in as kind of like my shadow, and then I'm going to go ahead bronze up my skin a little bit. Isn't that such a good color? This is sort of like the perfect year-round bronzer. It's not too deep, but it's going to just give my face a little bit of warmth here. And I kind of bring it across the bridge of my nose, underneath my chin here. Then I want to go ahead and pop on a little blush, and I pulled out Pomegrante Fizz, which I know it looks a little like dark in the pan here, but it's such a pretty flush on the skin. So I'm going to put some of that on here. I've been trying to put my blush up a little higher. I'm so used to kind of going a little bit lower here. I'm trying to kind of lift the face. So just going to kind of pop some of this Pomegrante Fizz, and it's such a good color blush, just kind of wakes up the face. Absolutely love these blushes, by the way, these Redimension Hydra powder blushes. This whole line is like so perfect for more mature skin. It's infused with some skincare, but I can actually feel that as well. I truly think it just feels good on the skin. So I've been kind of having a little bit of fun with my RMS Beauty products. And then I'm going to go ahead, pull out my Prosecco Fizz here. This is another one of these products that I just kind of couldn't resist because it looks so pretty in the pan. I'm not even normally like a highlighter fan, but I think I'm turning into one because this again has this wonderful formula where it's not too blingy. It's going to kind of look natural on the skin, and we're going to kind of come up here, and I'm just going to put some of that Pomegrante Fizz right here across the bridge over here, and kind of put that up into my eyebrow again. And for my eye look today, I literally used these on my eyes. I used this in the crease, my bronzer. I put this on my lid for just a little bit of reflection, nothing too much. And then for lips, I'm using one of my favorite lip lights. These are so good. This one is in the shade Crush. It is just such a perfect color, and I absolutely love the way these feel on the lips. They are moisturizing. They're going to leave a little stain on your lips. And literally, I just take a little dab of this. It is the perfect color. Your lips, but better. And it is the perfect Your Lips But Better shade. If you haven't tried these lip lights and you're somebody who loves like just a little tint on your lips, something that is nourishing. I know the word nourishing, you're probably getting sick of me saying that, but that is like the description. I always think about you when I'm using these products that I'm actually using kind of nourishing skincare infused products for my skin. I can feel good about that. They're all clean. So I was a little bit excited about this Suncoverup Super Tint. She created this because so many people loved her sunscreen here. Sorry, the label's kind of, I think it's like the supernatural sunscreen. I love this one. I like to mix the aura, like the light and the medium shades together. It's kind of like my perfect shade. This is going to give you such a glowy base. And now she's created a tint that has that SPF of 50 in it. So you're kind of getting like the best of both worlds here, because it's going to protect your skin. It's really easy to apply. Like this is going to be your perfect easy makeup, like everyday makeup, weekend makeup, that kind of stuff. Just kind of put it on. It feels fantastic on your skin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go about my day. I think I'm only going to have time to do one check-in today due to my work schedule, but I will check in and let you see how this has worn. I know sometimes skin tints can kind of get eaten by your skin, so we'll see how this performs. But so far what I will tell you is I really love the way that it is feeling on my skin. I am feeling like I'm getting more coverage than what it was described. I thought it was going to be like one of those like such sheer tints that had no coverage, whereas honestly I feel like this has a bit more coverage. I am liking the glow that it is giving me because it is not too dewy. I know like I actually like a dewy finish, but I thought it would be even dewier. And I have to tell you, I think it's like that perfect, you know, healthy glow look versus, you know, some of those dewy ones can lean a little bit like you need to put some powder on. I did use the Hydra powder to set, but that is one thing I will tell you, give you a little heads up. I've been really liking this. I just feel like it gives me that sort of really velvety finish. Like it just really does perfect your skin. But so if you're like myself, you don't love powder, you have more mature skin, this is the kind of powder that's going to be perfect for us. So far, really liking this combo. I'm already a fan of the Redimension, the Prosecco, the blush, the Beachwalk Betty. So I will go about my day. I'll do a little check-in and we can kind of see how this wears. Okay, I am back. I'm doing a little check-in with you. I have had this foundation on for about 7.5 hours now, and I thought I would just kind of bring you in, show you how this wore. And here is what this looks like at the end of the day. Now, this was already a glowy foundation, so wanted to point that out. What I will tell you is my skin feels very hydrated. I also, for a tint, felt like my overall makeup sort of like stayed on, like the bronzer, the blush, and the actual foundation seems to still be in place. What I will tell you is I do feel like I probably put on a little more than I needed. It just looked a teeny bit makeup-y, like when I was in the car. Now, that's always like the harshest lighting you can get, is I should bring you into my car so we can really inspect it. But other than that, like, I love the radiant glow that I'm receiving. I still feel like I have coverage on my face. Like, I actually feel like my makeup really performed well. Now, I did pair it with the RMS Beauty, the Hydra setting powder. So I do want to mention that because I feel like if you are somebody who has dry skin, maybe you don't want to powder down, then you're going to have a little bit glowier finish, I would imagine. And what I would say is, for myself, I don't mind the way this looks right now. It's a teeny bit glowy, but if I wanted to, I could simply just come in with my powder, do a little touch up, and I feel like it would like self-refresh itself. Otherwise, I just don't feel like my skin ate up the tint, and that is what it does happen with some other tints. By the end of the day, I don't really even feel like I have makeup on that much. You know, my skin kind of just ate it up a little bit. But with this one, I am still feeling like it is wearing beautifully. I'm just going to take a little bit of this powder just to show you how you can kind of self-refresh. I will admit I'm not somebody who really touches up my makeup, besides, like, you know, putting on a little gloss or something like that. But unless I'm going to do something special, I kind of put makeup on once in the morning, and then that is going to be kind of it. So I had a little bit more powder than I thought on the brush, but I just want to kind of show you that I can come in with that Hydra setting powder and we can kind of refresh. So let's say I was going to go do something this evening. I could simply come in here with my powder, which I do have to tell you, this is a little bit of a highlight for me, is this powder. It gives your skin such a beautiful finish, and it doesn't feel like powder. It doesn't look like powder. It's going to kind of mesh in with your skin, and it's going to give you the most like refined, almost like porcelain skin finish. So that is what I'm saying. I actually really like both of those complexion products. They just feel fabulous on the skin. And, you know, again, with RMS Beauty, I always feel like I'm actually doing something good by wearing this makeup. So I feel like RMS Beauty has been just like really launching some amazing things in the past year. I feel like it kind of started maybe with this sunscreen. It just kind of took off. It was amazing. I've always liked this brand, but I just feel like, you know, everything that I have picked up recently, I have like really, really loved. I love these blushes. I think they're so pretty on the skin. I love the bronzer. I love this highlighter. It's not too blingy for me. I love the eye lights. If you haven't tried one of those, they're awesome. The lip lights, I really, really like these. Again, I'm somebody who kind of likes a little stain on my lips, little bit of gloss. I didn't reapply, so this is just like the stain that was left over. But anyways, this is my check-in. I would tell you I am definitely impressed with this RMS Beauty Suncoverup Super Tint. This is just going to be like your easy breezy makeup. It's going to protect your skin. It's going to be easy to apply. The colors are flexible, so you don't have to be too concerned. That's what I would say. I'm wearing the shade Ivory. I'm feeling like it completely works for my skin. I really am liking that. And again, you can always kind of bronze it up if it's a little bit too light. I didn't really feel like that was the case. This one does have a little bit of a golden undertone, so when I first was putting it on, I was worried it was a little too yellowy, but honestly, I don't think so. I think it's a really good match. So if you are my skin twin, I think that Ivory is going to be our best match. And if you are someone who also likes some of the same things that I do via foundation, then this one is a win in my eyes. Just really happy with the overall finish of that product. Those are my thoughts so far. As usual, I love to hear from you. Are you interested in this new product from RMS? Did you already pick it up? If you did, let me know your thoughts on this. I always love to hear what your favorite products are. So thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.